It's not the air server. I don't know.
Try to connect maybe to the other one.
It'll be over there.
But I'm saying, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. If
See
you
that?
maybe try to connect to that one. Oh, I was hoping maybe it would talk to that one.
I mean, it had to, somewhere it has to be to the green. So like this one's good for a year. I said, but next year she's going to high school. She said, yeah, you need to come get a new one. Now, eighth grade, he wins. He accepted four. Okay.
And then when she went back in February, she had to get to high school with English. Because it's two separate boards.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. So this one's isn't it different?
Hi. You can sit at this table. You're not allowed to talk. Yes, I am.
Stuff that's just, I can't get rid of it, and it's hot and nasty. And up there is so, no, up there is so peaceful.
So you didn't grab a packet for me on the way in.
The girls didn't survive in the upstate because there's no targets and there's no, Chipotle. Now where she's from,
Hey. Oh, you're okay.
Or maybe you just have to grab
show you.
You don't tell me. Not this time.
No, mine are good.
Okay. I don't know whose they are then.
Hey, I'm gonna go sit up there.
Sleeping Bear.
Hey, Amaya, you're such a good PR person. Why
I
don't
was
you
this close.
catch parentals as they come in and hand those out for me? Just one. They're the same.
Water's a little cold, but still warm. Really? That's the trade-off though. The winters are miserable. So like summertime up there is 13. Yeah, that's the good. On a teacher salary. Do that. Start saving now. No more family volleyball.
No, that's right. 129 of 25. Yeah. Yeah. They're good for a year and a month and a year and a month. 120. When they do it in December, it's hard. So 129, 25. Sorry about that. Sorry. Thanks. Yep. I'm glad. Oh, that's not. We don't talk anymore. When you get one. We'll get started here in just a few minutes. I'm trying to get the TV.
Hey, Hunter, this is Judy. Can I have you talk to our volleyball coach's son who's trying to get it up on the projector screen? Can I let you talk to him?
Hello? Hey, so I'm trying to get a Windows computer connected to, I guess, the air server so that it will project it to both TVs and the projector screen in the library. And when I pull up the connect menu, it only pops up for the two TVs. I don't know how to connect it to the air server. Yes, I am. To connect to them, it was just through Windows itself, like the Connect. Is it specifically on Chrome that I have to use? Okay. Is it an extension or is it a built-in?
Find out about it. We definitely want them to come prepared, positive attitude. If they are absent, this is not my rule, this is the College View rule. If they're absent for more than half a day, meaning they show up after 11 or they leave before 11, they cannot participate in whatever happens that day. So if it's practice, they can't come to practice. If it's a game, they have to sit and they can't participate in the game. But other than that, or if they leave and they leave after 11, they can participate in whatever we've got going that day. KHSAA rule says no more than 2 Fs. So if they have more than 2 Fs, Ms. Trunnell pulls the grades Mondays, and you've been pulling it more if we have athletes on, and then Ms. Trunnell works with them to get that S up. Sometimes it may be, I had a person that was absent, had something go on last year and was absent, and they turned everything in and it didn't get graded right away, so it showed more than 2 Fs. We work with teachers and we'll work with you guys, but if they have more than 2 Fs, they cannot play until their grades are brought up. They can't have 2. They can have 1 F, but not 2 Fs. Fs, please and thank you. Behavior issues like in-house suspension, detentions, those kinds of things we don't tolerate. I will say that most of the faculty here know what our expectation is, and if we have behavior issues, they typically will tell Judy. Judy tells me, and then we have a chat with the player, and typically they are not allowed to participate. So they are required to sit until we get the issue resolved. As far as gameplay eligibility, if a player misses practice the day before the game, they cannot play. So if they're absent the day before the game, they can't play. If they have in-house suspension the day before the game, they can't play. If they have more than 1 F, they cannot play. And then 3 strikes on any of these, and we just tell them that they can't come back and they lose their spot on the team.
We have changed the rule starting this year that it ends with suspension for any portion of the school day. They will not participate that evening and
Which we wouldn't have allowed that anyways. So, and then if they do 3 or more, for those that have behavior issues, just know that they'll be asked not to participate on the team anymore. So that same thing with parents, we definitely want you guys to have fun. My returning parents know that we typically have a good time. We want you to support your athlete. We will be using talking points. It's not set up yet. Please be patient with me. I'm going to email the person that takes care of that, your student name. For those that are in, I have a couple of 5th graders. So for those that are in 5th grade, just bear with me because I'm not really sure exactly what that's going to look like because they're not assigned to this school. So we'll have to kind of finagle things around. Until Talking Points is completely up and running, I have been given permission to use the College View Facebook page, the volleyball Facebook page, and that's what I'll use for mass communication, but I won't answer anything on there, and I ask that you don't post pictures of kids or anything like that on that page because it's really not monitored. It's an open group for everybody just so that I have a way to communicate with all 60 plus parental units. Any injury needs to be reported to me immediately. Sometimes kids are afraid to tell me that they got hurt in practice or a game because they think it's going to affect their playing time. It's more for your all's protection. There's a paper in there that you all will sign about some insurance information. They are kept until your child is 21. So if they have an injury and it gets filed with insurance, it's kept until your child's 21 years of age. We do ask that you guys volunteer, and I'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a few minutes. And then again, there's the parent-player agreement, the insurance form, and I think I've reached out to everybody that their sports physical was getting real close to expiring, and I think those have all been taken care of. So what you can expect from us, again, we always try to teach good sportsmanship, respect. We respect your athletes, so we respect fun, safe environment. We want them to learn, and then we're always challenging them to improve. I do want to go back for just 1 second because I skipped over probably the most important thing on. So the 24-hour rule essentially means 24 hours after a game, win or loss, please don't contact me about your child's playing time, or if you have issues about the game or anything like that. I just ask that you wait 24 hours, cool off, and then after 24 hours, you're more than welcome to contact me, and I'll be happy to talk to you. So that kind of falls under our communication. We definitely want to have open lines of communication with parents and players. We do hold our players accountable, so we always, if Angie has an issue or I have an issue, typically we go to the player first. If we can't get it resolved that way, then I have contacted parents in the past and said, here, this is what's going on. Are you seeing things at home? Is there something going on at home? A lot of times we may not know those things. So those are important communication things. If you guys have something going on at home or your child's struggling at school, those kinds of things, we need to know about that stuff so that we can get it addressed. So we're always open to discuss any kind of strategies for improvement or concerns or issues that you have with your athlete and your athlete only. I don't discuss other children with other parents. Things that we typically don't talk about, again, are other athletes and then their court position or their playing time. And the playing time is really important because 6th grade, everybody's so excited when they make the 6th grade team, right? And so I kept 14 girls, and I can put